doing all
Well
this.
done. This is for both of us.
Yes, ma'am, for both of us. Because my one hand is busy. I'm holding my mobile with me. But ma'am, I never ever enjoyed so much. Means any conversation. As I
Because
enjoyed a lot today.
at a moment we have just create, I have given you four words, and out of those words, we both create one story, and it was
Yes.
superb.
Yes, ma'am. And in this way means we suddenly just create. And I was just imagining myself that I was in the same forest. And when you
Yes,
say that the forest has been converted
yeah.
into a beautiful garden, so I was also imagine myself in that beautiful
Actually,
garden that time.
whole story was looking like picturesque.
Yes,
Wonderful, great. Actually, whatever you spoke on your channel now, that is related stories, and stories tells us sometimes the teaching of life. And you
yes,
also always describe that what is the moral of the story and what audience is going to learn in the particular story. So that thing always inspires others to listen the story, you know. So it is really a good and impressive way to tell other learners that how they can practice with the story, and how they can narrate the story. When anybody just narrate the story, so they are just practicing grammar in a passive way, because you are
yes,
just learning art of dialogue speaking, and you are just practicing past indefinite tense, simple past tense. So it is really in passive manner you are learning a lot in a particular one story. And story is a treasure of good vocabs and
yes.
idioms, as well as good learning, also good teaching, that helps us to go forward in our life, and it teaches us a lesson that is good for our life in our day to daily life as well,
Yes,
really.
ma'am.
And as you are just saying stories, so I have noticed you just use good gesture. And there is one more thing, we use teaching aids also when we say story, when we told a story, tell a story to anyone. So do you also use any teaching aids in your school when you tell any story to students?
Yes, ma'am. In my school, do you know mostly means first of all, ma'am, I want to tell you one thing. Means you were appreciating me that time. I didn't want to interrupt you, but now I want to say wholeheartedly thanks to you, because when I started my journey of storytelling, so I never felt so much happy. Means I got appreciation from many people, but today itself,
Mm.
after getting appreciation from you, I don't know why, but I'm feeling so much happy and I'm feeling myself so much honored and privileged. Like, ma'am is appreciating me like this. As you are telling, like,
Yeah.
after my story ending, I just try to tell the lesson, like, what is the lesson that you can learn or we can learn
Mm.
through this story. So yes, this is my habit, just because in my school, I'm whenever I'm teaching my any chapter, like this is a story, so during that chapter, after finishing the chapter, I always uh, just ask student, like what is the moral that you learn from this chapter. So
Mm.
students are also just delivering their thought and opinion, that what he had learned or she had learned from this story. So this is my
Mm.
habit. So whenever, sometime my husband was just telling me during my storytelling, like, whenever you told your story, so after don't try to make lengthy video. When your story is finished, so just stop your video. Why are you starting narrating about the, like, lesson, good lesson, moral lesson? I said okay,
Mm.
but my habit, because in my school I'm also doing the same thing. I'm always
Yeah,
asking
actually, when
that.
we are teaching someone, teaching something to someone, no, so that time we elaborate it nicely, you know,
Yes,
that why it is useful for others and what they
yes,
are going to learn from that. Yes.
So like this, and as you are asking about teaching ads, so yes, sometimes we are using means in school mostly for English teacher. There's a lots these type of teaching ad like board, chalk, duster,
Hmm.
books,
Yes.
pen, copy, all these things. And sometimes
Yeah.
yes, I'm just making any chart, like beautiful chart related to
Hmm.
my story. If there's any diagram related to that
And sometimes
chapter.
flashcards also.
Yes, flashcards. So sometimes I'm
Yes.
making the sheet, and sometimes yes, I'm giving this type of activity to my students, and they are doing also. And whenever I got very
Hmm.
enchanting type poster and creativity done by students, so I just paste it in my class, and they also become happy. So like this, and mostly in my school, math teachers and science teachers they are using lots of teaching ads, but we English
Hmm.
teacher and we are using whatever we are using, we try to make these things by students.
Yeah. Yes, in this way, they feel that they are somewhere included in the activity. Yes.
Yes. So I'm
Yeah.
mostly doing these things, and sometimes I'm just telling them to make any chart related to adjective and adverb, like any topic, and then they are just doing beautiful creation. And then I said, okay, just if it's possible, so paste it in your copy, so that whenever your
Yeah.
copies are being sent to sir, means principal sir or director sir, so they will also feel so much happy and excited
Yes.
to hear this activity, so they are also feeling so much happy. So I'm always encouraging them to do, because ma'am sometimes only by teaching and studying all the time they are getting bored, so sometimes we have to do this type of activity. And I know
Yes.
that you must be also doing this in your school.
Yeah. As we are just talking about storytelling activity, so shall we discuss one story? I'm going to give you four words, and using that words, you have to narrate one story. I will also accompany you.
Yes, yes ma'am, you will also accompany. So I will try.
some
Because
some uh, some points some points you can, and you can do, and somewhere I can. Okay.
yes.
So uh, these words are like forest, forest, monster,
Hmm.
princess, and prince.
Okay,
Start. There are
so I'm
four
going to
correct
start.
four things in
Okay.
the story.
So, once upon a time, there was a dense forest, and in that forest, there's a very dangerous monster was living, and he was used to eat means all the animals and also human beings as his feet. Now you tell about
Hmm.
prince and princess.
Yeah. Actually, in the same kingdom, there was a kingdom where there was this forest. In the same kingdom, there lived one king, and he had one princess and one prince. And they loved each other very much. They were always ready to sacrifice their life for them, because as a sibling, they share each and everything. So one day, what happened? Her sister, means Princess, was not feeling well at home. So she just wished that, to her brother, that I just want to roaming here and there. So
Yes.
can we have a stroll nearby forest?
Forest. Yes. So now they both just went for a walking, and they started roaming nearby the forest, and by roaming here and there, suddenly they just entered the forest, and after entering the forest they saw the dangerous monster in front of their eyes, and they got so much scared. Now they started thinking like how to save our life of this dangerous monster, because they also got to know like this monster will definitely means eat us, so how to save our life, they were
Yeah.
thinking. so
So
much.
that time Princess was shivering with fear that
Yeah.
what to do or what to not.
No.
So she just closed her eyes and began to pray that somebody should come and save them from this dangerous situation. So what happened? A strong wind blows, and there appears one angel, and they began to ask them, "What do you want?"
Okay, so this angel gave them magic wand.
Hmm.
Okay, so now the angel said to them that you can save their life by using this magic wand. You have to um, like beat, you have to attack that monster with this magic wand, and by doing this only you both siblings can save your life easily. So now at that moment, they both siblings started feeling something better, and they had a great devotion in God, and they also trust on that angel, and they started thinking like, yes, now we can save our life because this angel is the sign of God for us. So they
Yes.
also felt themselves courage, and finally now uh, that prince went near the monster. Like, now you just tell me what.
Yeah. As he just attack on monster, so he felt that as the monster dead, so what happened, all the forest just turned into beautiful garden, and there were all around flowers, and beautiful and fragrant flowers were just blooming everywhere. So it was the view that was scenic, and it was like a heaven. So in this
Yeah.
way, we can say that when we have a strong desire to save our life, so there is no one who can stop you. You can get a solution of every problem by yourself. Only needed is your determination and your hard effort towards your problems. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And I have also learned a very good moral of from this story that the thing is we have to believe in ourselves, and
Yeah.
they both siblings means could able to defeat that monster just because of that their dare and their self belief. So in the
Yes.
same way we can also tackle any problem in the sense of monster. So any monsters we can tackle easily if we are having self belief. So we should try to believe in ourselves, and as you are saying ma'am, dedication. So yes, by doing all
Well
this.
done. It is for both of us.
Yes, ma'am, for both of us. Because my one hand is busy. I'm holding my mobile with, but ma'am, I never ever enjoyed so much. Means any conversation, as I
Because
enjoyed a lot today.
at a moment we have just create, I have given you four words, and out of those words, we both create one story, and it was
Yes.
superb.
Yes, ma'am. And in this way means we suddenly just create. And I was just imagining myself that I was in the same forest. And when you
Yes.
say that the forest has been converted
Yeah.
into a beautiful garden, so I was also imagining myself in that beautiful
Actually,
garden that time.
whole story was looking like picturesque.
Yes. So this is the thing, ma'am. Means whatever we are saying and whatever we are doing, we should try to do means wholeheartedly. As we narrated the story randomly, but we felt everything, each and every situation. So if we
Yes.
do anything with this feeling, so definitely we can enjoy a lot. So
Yeah.
nowadays, Yes, ma'am. Nowadays, like this, like our story, I'm also learning this process of learning English as a language.
Yes,
Earlier, you know what was happening with me? I was means reading sometime forcefully, like oh, I can't express, like I was not feeling to do, but I was doing, like no, no, I have to do this. So like that's because that time I think I was not so much passionate, but nowadays why I'm enjoying everything just because I'm passionate, and by
yes.
enjoying I'm learning also new things. And from your side I'm also learning from Nutan ma'am, Babita ma'am. Means lots of YouTubers are there, means they are always providing new vocab, so I don't need to learn
Hmm.
anything. I'm learning from only listening from your mouth like this.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because we always share things to each other. So in this way, we learn lots of things. Some people take activities. Some people are good in saying stories, and some people are good in the conversation or dialogue speaking. So in this way, we learn in many patterns. Yeah. So
Yes, ma'am, you're
really,
right.
it's been a fantastic and fabulous session with you. Okay, then bye
Yes,
bye.
ma'am. Bye bye, man. Take care. I also enjoyed a lot. Lovely conversation.
Yeah. Okay, bye bye.